Okay, so red tries to infiltrate blue, and blue defends, so that's good. Plays frugality, builds a lab, increases population again, takes the Louvre, plays classic army, and then blue wants to do a pact with red, and red does not want to give blue 4 strength. Blue revolts into Republic, upgrades a mine, takes patriotism. So it's kind of, in this situation, you kind of wonder, do you want to invest in military because that AI is probably not going to play too good, and then you want to be in a position to do some military if you can. I'm not really in a position to get much military here. Because I don't have the right military techs right now, and red's definitely going to be getting stronger, so I kind of need to worry about that. He can, next turn, he's going to gain 8 strength, so he'll have 24. I'm not sure what I can really do about that at this point. I'd increase population in different ways, but I can get up to, I can get up to 19 without too much trouble. It's certainly not ideal throwing all those units there, so I'd love to get, there's a bunch of military techs coming, so we'll be able to grab those, so that's good. Robespierre is there, so do we want to play an event? There's 3 strength events, and I don't think that I'm going to be strongest at this point. Ravages of Time would sort of be fine. I would lose 3 happy faces, which, is kind of terrible. So, I guess it is kind of bad. All I'd get from it is 1 extra culture if I destroyed Hanging Gardens. So I don't see these events as being particularly compelling right now. Eiffel Tower is right there, so I could get another happy face. So if I did manage to get that and build it, then I could ravage Hanging Gardens. It would just take a science from blue and, not much. Military and a culture, a military and a government getting bonus from red. Not really all that worth it. So what do I do? So Max is here, so I wanted that to get into a new government with my lower science, and I need a new government. There's a bunch of governments and a bunch of military techs coming. So I'm going to want to research those. I have this problem with military coming up. Like, I'm going to need to be able to develop stuff to defend pretty soon. I can finish this. Well, if I don't take max, I can finish this, increase the pop, and then next turn I can increase population again, and I can get up to whatever that was. 2, 4, 7, no, 6, 19. So I can defend against 24 mostly. But it's not great. And then I'd be using most of my science to get into a new government. Or you could revolt, I guess. You could do just a run-of-the-mill revolution without max and make that work. You just, lose a turn. But it's not the worst thing. But then I guess you'd do a revolution, but then you wouldn't be able to grab the techs as they come down, which sucks. And you have to there's a turn to take it and then a turn to revolt. So all that just seems really bad. That was if because I kind of like the idea. I mean, you can do this, take Eiffel Tower. So then you're using Mike's action one more time to get that wonder. And you're getting a resource. You can increase population. You can upgrade that warrior. Now I have 14 science, which lets me get into a new government. Basically all my science on a government. Next turn. And then, I mean, I guess I would have the science like a turn after that for a military tech. I'd be able to grab 1 or 2 of the military techs, and then I would have 6 science, which gets me into one of them. So I can do that, assuming red takes max, which I just assume they would. And I would get Gaudi, which at this point really doesn't do much of anything for me. I don't have any urban buildings. I have the 1, but I don't really have any urban buildings. I don't plan on building a temple. Upper and journalism are about to fall off here, and there's no more, and I don't really have an action to use to take them. So that's one option. I cannot grab cannon here either. Okay, I looked at this a little more. I think this is what I want to do with cannon. Here's a couple of reasons for that. I don't really want to give red cannon for 1. Also, red's going to lose 3 strength when Joan goes away, because that organized religion will go away. I'm sorry, yeah, the Joan's strength bonus for organized religion will go away. So she's going to get red's going to get a little weaker. But I don't want to give red cannon for 1 at this point when I don't have any other military techs, and red has all 3, basically. I think it is too risky. Red may still get cannon later on, but hopefully it's for more than 1 CA at this point. So that's 1. 2, if we don't get Eiffel Tower, then we still sort of will have a need for happy faces. And so having a need for happy faces means that Steve Jobs could make sense, or Chaplin could make sense, or even Pierre could make sense if we get professional sports. So it adds more need for that. It also, not having Eiffel Tower means that we have more resources available for military or other things. And if we get Robespierre, we can get our government cheap. If we get Gaudi, then we can build a temple, which gives us a happy face and will give us another culture from Gaudi. So we can build a temple if we need to. I mean, this is a close call. It's super interesting. Way to go. You know, we won't get a government next turn. But you know, that's the way it goes. I think we're definitely pushing it here with the civil actions. I think we could get into a bit of a mess if we're not careful. So there was this idea, actually, if we go back a little bit, we don't have to finish Ocean Liner here, actually. Finishing Ocean Liner is only important if we wanted to pull Eiffel Tower. So since we don't want to pull Eiffel Tower, we can grab cannon and constitutional monarchy. Or really, we don't even need constitutional monarchy, to be honest. Because Republic could come. We could get a government for 1 instead of 2. We'd almost rather have Republic because we have strategy. It gives us more CAs and it's cheaper. So maybe we don't pull a common here for 2. Perhaps instead, maybe we grab opera or journalism here. I mean, this is such a strange turn. So this is kind of where I'm at. I'm not sure what to do with my last actions. I suspect I might need to, so I'm going to not upgrade that, my bronze, thinking I might get rid of that bronze population for something before I finish Ocean Liner. It also gives me 2 actions to finish a stage of Ocean Liner. and then take one more card. And the card that I'll take is either opera or journalism. So the benefit of opera is that it's more culture. I mean, it satisfies all my happy face needs for sure. I build two of them and I'm full. It also has a slightly better end game here with the potential Charlie Chaplin. Um, but Opera and Chaplin's not the best. Then he gives three culture, and I won't need the happy faces, so it's a little bit redundant, I think, because I don't need happy faces right now. I think I'm more inclined to take journalism. I'm a little lower on science, even though with these leaders, ideally you want to focus on more science, or I'm sorry, on your computers versus the libraries, the labs versus libraries. But I think in this case it makes more sense. It also is a bit of a hedge with if I do happen to get gouty, then I can go into journalism for the culture and the science to help develop more stuff later. So this is sort of a weird outcome. It's not where I expected I would end up. We're not doing Eiffel Tower. We're in corruption. We can't really get out. We're not finishing our wonder. We're not doing any of that stuff, but I think this keeps us safer with military. It gives us a path with Gaudi with more science and culture. I might turn out to not like this move, but we'll just have to see how it goes from here. So I'm gonna end this turn finally and get on with my life. Probably all these strength things are gonna go away. Well, that's kind of dumb. Well, I mean, I guess a territory could come out. Blue could have put a territory in there. So keeping those twos are good. And I just don't, at this point, see myself... Well, I don't see myself playing Ravages either, honestly. It just... so we'll go with this, and Politics of Strength, if we do happen to get stronger, is a nice card to have later.